Men of TikTok, can I ask you a very, very quick question? Me and my friend are thinking about running in-person dating events, so essentially get the guys and girls together instead of using things like Hinge and Bumble, because it really feels like the mood in the dating scene is that those apps are just a bit crap and no one really wants to use them anymore. The only problem is that when we're looking at other speed dating events and like matching events, what we're seeing is that there's lots of girls signing up. So maybe if there's 15 spaces for women, 15 spaces for men, all of the women's spots are filled. And we also don't have a problem. We know loads of intelligent, clever, funny, beautiful women.
Liar!
So we can fill all of those spaces. But it feels like men don't really want to go to them.
Well, no crap, ladies and gentlemen, that men don't want to show to these events. Why is the question that these women are asking? Well, we're gonna answer it with other TikToks. But first, gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the desert. Glad to have you here. I hope you have a good day and a good weekend ahead. But for now, gentlemen, please like and subscribe if you want to keep this channel afloat. The YouTube algorithm fight. And also, guys, let's end this TikTok before we move on to the reasons as to why men are not showing up to these events anymore.
So what is it that's putting you off? Is it the format? Because lots of them are speed dating and it's a bit awkward, like moving between tables, meeting that many women. Is it that you can't...
Well, let me tell you, nobody is concerned about having to move through tables. All right, that is the least of our concerns.
Find a friend to go to, can't find a friend to go with? Is it that you it's proximity and there's just never any that are sort of like near you and there's not enough events? What is it, and what would you like to see if you're doing in-person dating?
I mean, have you considered that maybe women are just not really good dating options? Like, her answers, guys, are the stupidest answers you could have been provided with. Oh, maybe you feel awkward moving through tables. Oh, maybe you don't have a friend to go with. Guys, when men meet good women, they're willing to fight a pack of lions to keep them, alright? Like, we're not concerned about having to move through tables. Have you ever considered, though, that maybe dating is the worst for men that has ever been in human history, and that most women are simply not worth it? And that even if you go there, willing to settle for a woman who's not worth it, she won't even pick you. She'll just waste your time and your resources. Have you ever considered that? And if she somehow picks you because she's also willing to settle, she'll never actually respect you and will probably divorce you in less than 5 years, taking so much of your stuff away. Have you ever considered that?
Because we will do whatever it takes to get you there. We just need to know like what the vibe is and what you kind of need from us. And if it's none of those things and you just hate in-person events and dating, then tell us that as well.
Well, the TikTok ends right here, guys. And look, madam, if you really don't get it, even though we men have been shouting it from the rooftops, let me just show you an example, all right, that we have here. This is, guys, the average woman.
Day in the life of a selfish woman. I'm 32 years old with no desire to get married or have children, and people often ask me if I met the right person, would I change my mind? The answer is no, I won't. Not wanting to be a mother has less to do with finding the right person than it does living a life free from avoidable stress. Although the thought of trying to co-parent with a man where I have to shoulder the majority of the emotional and physical labor sounds like a nightmare. No one is immune to life's challenges, but at 32, I finally feel like I'm at a place where I can do what I want, when I want, without answering to anyone, and it feels fucking awesome. Having a child would completely change that, and for what? Being a mother is really hard, and I don't want to work hard. The idea of hard work has been glamorized by the institutions and people, mainly men, that benefit from a woman's labor the most, so I'll gladly take the easy way out if it means I don't have to stress about raising a child in a broken system that only rewards the smallest subset of the population if they fit neatly into a mold. And even then, what's really the reward? Most people don't have the privilege of self-actualization because they're forced to live paycheck to paycheck, grinding away at unfulfilling jobs for just a few weeks of freedom a year, if they're lucky. If I ever do choose to partner again, that person will share the sentiment that being a selfish woman isn't a flaw. It's a conscious rejection of the societal expectation that women must sacrifice themselves for others to be worthy or valuable, and being selfish is a wonderful thing a woman can.
Well, what do you think, guys? Is anyone still having a doubt in his mind as to why men don't want to date?
Without answering.
Shut up, please. Ampo, what do you think about this video? Well, fair enough. Entitled, arrogant, ungrateful, selfish, lazy, all the capital sins, you can add them. just the worst of the worst. It's the worst compilation of characteristics a woman can possess. And on top of that, she's ugly and has a not really good body. It's like there's literally nothing to stand on, right? And then again, guys, this is the average woman. Now, this may be an extreme example, which it is. I don't think your usual woman that you find on the street or go on a date with is that far gone. But they are on their way there. Yeah, they really are. So no, thank you. Men are not interested in this kind of woman that is absolutely selfish. A point has been reached in dating where the only thing that men can acquire out of the average date is just a woman's looks, just her body. And this is why a lot of men have settled for, all right, I'll just use them for their body. They literally provide nothing more, and they cannot bring anything more. And if I actually commit to them, it will be a liability. But gentlemen, let's move on to yet another example. Childless 29-year-old.
Motherhood is not for everybody. I'm 29 years old. I do not want kids. I've never wanted kids. Like, that is never the life that I have wanted for myself. I am good with kids. There's a big difference. Okay, I have mother instincts. Like, I'm very nurturing. I have siblings. I used to work with kids. I'm really good with kids. Like, I love kids. I just don't.
Yeah, guys, she took care of her niece this one time 5 years ago. And this means that she's very maternal, you know? In the same way that I scored a goal when I was playing soccer when I was 8 years old, and that makes me Cristiano Ronaldo or Messi, you know? That makes me the best of the best. It's the same, guys, you know? My hell, who are you trying to lie to? You cannot be maternal if you're not a mother. Or maybe you can have an inclination towards being maternal. But guys, I can guarantee you this woman is the furthest thing away from being maternal. Because one of the, probably the most important thing when it comes to parents is being selfless. You know? Putting your child as a priority. Do you think that this woman can do it after 29 years of being a self-absorbed narcissist? I don't think so.
Don't want them for me permanently for the rest of my life. I'm very selfish with my time, and today reminded me that I'm such good job, Lizzie, because I can't do this.
Yeah, I'm very selfish with my time, but don't worry, I'm very maternal. Yeah, sure, the moment you have a kid, you're gonna see him as a burden, and you're gonna be an absolutely terrible mother.
I have a 16-year-old brother who I don't see as often, but he spent the night yesterday. And because he spent the night, I was like, or he was going to spend the night, I was like, we need to go to the store and get you some stuff for breakfast because I don't have anything for you. Like, I'm vegan. He's not vegan. He's very much like protein because he works out and stuff. So I'm like, okay, let's go to the store. Like, let's get you some stuff because I wanted him to have something. We go to the store, we get all the stuff. And he's like, I'm good. Like, I know how to make my own stuff. And I'm like, amazing.
Of course she's vegan, guys. Of course. Now, I don't have anything against vegans. Really, I don't. It's just vegans are like 30-year-old women, you know? The mere fact that you're a 30-year-old woman doesn't make you a pain in the ass. But statistically speaking, you probably are, you know? So it's the same with vegans. Nothing against them. If you want to do that, all right. But it's just most of them are so annoying, you know? And it's also, guys, I'm branching off a bit, but it's also very interesting to me how these women, it's mostly women that are vegan, you know, oh, don't unalive animals, it's so bad, it's so evil, yet then they are absolutely okay with the A word, you know, the unaliving of babies. No, if it's a cow, oh, hell no. Even honey, guys, a lot of them don't eat honey because, oh, a lot of bees pass away. You literally care more about the life of an insect than that of a human. Isn't that just insane, guys, for you?
And I said, okay, well, I'm...
Oh, and by the way, there have been a lot of interviews, you can find them on YouTube, of, you know, people that are pro-life, going and asking pro-choice people, hey, you know, there's this place that unalives dogs because, you know, like this one dog got pregnant with 5 puppies, and there's not enough resources to keep them around, so they just unalive the 5 puppies before they are born, you know, and this is it's so sad. Can you please donate a bit of money so we can save those puppies? And all those pro-choice people are like, oh no, this is It's demonical how they are unaliving these unborn puppies. It's so sad. Here's $20 or something. But then, you know, the interviewer asked them, well, would you do the same with not born people, you know, humans? And then the narrative switches to, oh no, they're not actually humans. It's just, it's so absurd, guys. It's so absurd. But anyway, let's go back to the video.
I'm gonna go to my workout class in the morning because I work out in the mornings on Sunday, okay? And he's like, oh, okay, well, can you take me to the gym? Because I need to go to the gym too. And I'm like, yeah, sure. So I'm like, okay, now I'm planning in my head. I can't just go like 30 minutes before I plan, or not even 30, 15 minutes before my class starts. I have to leave like 30 minutes before my class starts because I need to take him to the gym, and it's like the opposite direction, and give myself enough time to make it to my class. And I'm thinking all this in my head, right? So we go to sleep.
Wow, guys. What a sacrifice. What a sacrifice. 30 minutes of her time. Are you considering how big of a sacrifice this is for a woman that spends 24 hours on herself?
Slept a little late because I had a matcha late. And anyways, I oversleep, okay? But I oversleep in the sense of like, dang, we were supposed to leave at this time so we could both make it to our stuff, you know? But I don't oversleep for myself because if he wasn't there, I still had another like 20 minutes before I had to head out the door. But then I'm thinking, okay, he needs to eat. So he's eating, okay? He's taking his time with the eating. And I don't want to rush him because I'm like, I'm not trying to give him trauma, okay? I was rushed as a child and I am okay. So I'm like, I'm going to let him eat. I'm going to let him eat. Then he gets ready. And we go, I make him a shake. Oh, there we go. I took some extra time because he wanted a protein shake. So I'm like, okay, let me make you a shake. So I make him a shake. He's having it. And then I'm like, okay.
Yeah, you know, it's just so good, guys. And one of the characteristics of being good is bragging about it all the time, as you are well aware of. You know, anytime you do something for your family, you just gotta rub it all through their face. I did this. I spent 30 minutes on you, you peasant. I did this, you know, your highness did this. It's one of the core characteristics of being a good person, constantly bragging about it and wearing it as a badge of honor, making a TikTok for the whole world to see how good you are. I tell you, maybe some of you are wondering, Hidan, why would you say 10 seconds after seeing this woman that she is a bad mother? You don't know that. You don't know if she's going to be a bad mother. No, guys, I can tell that. Usually people that are bad in their family are also bad friends and also bad mothers and bad parents, you know. So this woman is a bad parent, she is a bad sister, she's a bad person all around, which also means that she is incredibly bad as a dating prospect. Yet another reason why men don't feel attracted to these women. They aren't feminine, they aren't humble, they are the absolute opposite of being humble. They aren't, I know, just nice, pure, innocent, you know.
Okay, I'm gonna go, like, we gotta go. He's like, all right, he gets dressed, let's go. My class has already started. Okay, I'm like, thank God I wasn't booked. Okay, there was enough space where I didn't have to book myself so I don't lose any money. But I'm like pretty bummed because I wanted to work out this morning. I have a brunch at 11 a.m. that I need to make and I need to work out before my brunch. Like, this is just like routine for me. I like to move my body this way. I'm like, okay, it's fine. I drive him to the gym. He gets off. He's like, okay, yeah, I'll pick you up. We like discuss when I'm going to pick him up. He's like, so what are you going to do? Your class started already. And I'm like, yeah, I'll just go on a walk. It's fine. I'll go on a walk. So that's what I'm doing. I'm going on a walk. I'm going to put these weights on that I got as a gift. I'm going to put them around my ankles and we're going to go on a nice little stroll. And do I have a lot of time for the stroll? Not really. Not really. Okay. Because again, I had to put him first this morning. I said, you know what? I'm going to go in the opposite direction of where I live to take you to the gym. And now I'm just gonna go on a walk. And it's fine. It's like not a big deal, but it just kind of reminds
Guys, do you actually want to start a petition to make this woman into a martyr and construct like some statue to remember her great sacrifice for humanity, because she had to lose out on one of her yoga or whatever bullcrap she's doing classes and instead take a walk? It's the biggest sacrifice, second to Jesus' sacrifice, you know, that I've heard of in my life. Can we make this one a martyr, guys? It's so absurd. It's so absurd. Notice how, you know, she's so nurturing and feminine and maternal, but at the slightest inconvenience, the first inconvenience that shows, she's already making a 4-minute TikTok whining about it and complaining for the whole internet to see. This is the slightest inconvenience. Can you actually imagine being this woman's husband and having a kid with her, and the problems that arise with life and how she would react to them? It's hell.
Reminded me, like, I love him so much and I would do this over and over again if I needed to, for my siblings. But I just know, like, moms, they have to put their children first all the time. And maybe that sometimes is the reason why they can't make it to a workout, because, you know, their child wakes up sick, or they need to feed their kid or take them to school. And then, like, the traffic and, like, I don't want that for the rest of my life. I don't ever want that. Like, I like the ability of literally getting up and leaving my house and being completely okay. So I'm...
Wait a minute, but weren't you maternal? I know, guys, maybe I don't get it. Maybe I'm not emotionally intelligent enough, you could say. But I don't get it. You say that you're maternal, yet at the same time, you want to be selfish with your time. I don't know, that doesn't seem like a very maternal trait, you know, if you ask me.
I'm parked. I just parked neighborhood. We're going to start this walk and everything's going to be okay. It's literally not a big deal. But it just reminded me that I live in, like, luxury because I don't have to care for children.
Yeah, it's not a big deal, but I'm making a 4-minute TikTok out of it, you know. And again, if you end on the thought that, oh, kid is just such a burden, it will be a parasite on my life, I don't want that, I want all the time for myself, you just don't seem very maternal to me, you know, guys. Which, again, doesn't make for a good mother. Being selfish doesn't make for a good partner. Most women today, guys, are very, very selfish. They are also very arrogant and entitled. They literally provide nothing to a relationship outside of their body, outside of maybe a bit of fun here and there. It's all they provide, a lot of these women. But now, let's move on to article story that is titled, Tip, Buy Them Flowers. Title says it all. If you're a guy dating a girl, buy her flowers whenever you get the chance. Well, here's my answer to that. Hell no. Most women only get flowers as an apology, and if you're dating someone currently, that's probably what they're used to. Well, most men only get flowers when they are in the coffin. Alright, so I literally bought a dozen roses for my girlfriend today for less than $5. They were marked down. Be different and give them flowers just because you love/care about them. Well, guys, if you are with a girlfriend, that's worth it. Or if you are married, yeah, that's a good tip. Women love flowers and details. But if you are dating, hell no, guys. Hell no. You'll just end up being a fool that spends money on women that never pay attention to you again. All right? You're just giving flowers to your parasite. But will you do that? But anyway, what's this here, guys? Beware. They are cute, but they pack a punch. What? There's a picture here. Warning, heavenly. We've censored this image for being too amazing. Look at your own risk. Oh my. Well, how can I save this for later? Nah, I'm kidding, guys. What the hell is this? What is this bullcrap, man? Promoted. Anyway, let's move on to our second article, guys. I'm 27 years male in a relationship with 24 female, and my family is astronomically more wealthy. Due to past life experiences, I have pretty high walls built up, and this girl has managed to lower almost all of them just by existing. She is the sweetest, cutest person I know, and despite being outwards bubbly and almost childlike, at times she has a very grounded and mature understanding of life. Isn't this the perfect balance, guys? Isn't this all that men are looking for? A woman that is, you know, bubbly, childlike. Men really like childlike women, because when they are, you know, they're not really nervous or bothering or annoying. They're just like happy all the time. They are innocent. You know, they find happiness in life in the little details, just like a child would in that aspect. It's just such a good combination. And on top of that, you combine it with being actually a grounded and mature person, you know, because we men, we hate women that behave like children when it comes to, for example, an argument or a problem, you know, that will give you the cold shoulder, stop talking to you, play all these little games. It's just so annoying. This is the perfect balance of a woman that brings happiness to your life, and she makes you feel at ease, and she makes you feel like you have a safe spot when you are with her, you know. But at the same time, she's mature enough to go through the problems in life with you, holding your hand. It's the perfect balance. We have never really talked about money yet, but I think I'm just a bit insecure about intentions, and even asked her outright if she was in it for money in a joking manner. She's also never paid for meals or activities, but gives me very thoughtful gifts and repays me in her own ways. Isn't that just beautiful, guys? You know, she does whatever she can. She doesn't have money, or a lot of it apparently, but she makes thoughtful gifts that probably don't cost a lot of money but have a lot of detail and love put into them. It's also on me, as I probably take her to places massively beyond her budget. I feel quite crappy about this and my general feelings regarding the wealth difference, as when we are together just cuddling for 6+ hours frequently, there's no mistaking it's real. I guess I'm really just asking for some affirmations of someone telling me I'm being an idiot. I'm just scared that I might be seeing the relationship through rose-colored glasses, but she shows no red flags. Edit. Thanks for all the advice and wake-up calls. You guys are amazing. Well, gentlemen, excuse me, what do you think about this article? Now, my personal opinion is, yes, there definitely are women who will pull an act trying to get you. You know, don't get it wrong, gentlemen. Women absolutely know how to be feminine and how to be respectful. And you can see that when they go to work. I recently was watching this interview by It's Complicated, the YouTube channel, and he was asking women why, when you go to work, you behave properly and respectfully, but when you go back home, you have arguments with your husband. Why don't you have those arguments with your boss? Why aren't you, emotionally unstable with your boss, yet you allow yourself to be with your husband? And most of the women replied, well, because at work, you cannot really show your colors, or you really can't make a scene, you really can't create drama. To which the interviewer asked, well, why do you do it at home? Can you do it at home? Is it good for you to do it at home? Guys, women absolutely know how to behave and how to be rational. They just don't want to, for a lot of these husbands. They do it for their bosses, they do it for their managers, they're just not willing to do it with you. And I've had girlfriends, guys, where they will be very unstable and create problems out of thin air all the time. But when we were in a bad scenario, let's say, or let's say in a restaurant, right? And they don't want to be viewed as being insane, so they wouldn't create the problem in the restaurant. A problem will arise during the, let's say, restaurant dinner, but they will behave all normal for 2 hours, and then when we get out of there, then the problem comes back. Then they lose their crap. Then they allow themselves to be absolutely emotionally unstable. But they pulled their act for 2 hours while they were there. I don't know if you've experienced it, but if you have, you know what I mean. They choose the moment in which they allow themselves to be insane. But guys, let's read some of the comments. And finishing my thoughts. Yes, women can pull this act of trying to act feminine just to get you. But guys, most of the women who do this are not great actors, right? They will eventually show their colors. They cannot hide it for a long time. Sort of like trying to hide a piece of crap under the rug, You may hide it, but eventually people are going to notice. Not my best analogy, but you get the point. Let's read the comments. If you're taking her to places beyond her budget, then you can't expect her to pay. Another one. So no red flags, and you think her having less money means she may only want you for the money, even though there's absolutely no signs of that. Yeah, you're getting in your own head. She's a keeper, and you're only going to F things up by bringing this up as a potential issue. Continue thriving in the relationship and don't think about it. Someone who has ulterior motives... Sorry guys, I don't know what the hell is happening with my voice. Someone who has ulterior motives usually shows. Exactly. So far, it sounds like there are none. You will only sabotage this relationship if you continue with these doubts. If anything, this should make you appreciate her more. And this guy says, I do now, thank you. Well, guys, isn't it also interesting how nowhere in this text Did the guy mention something along the lines of, oh no, my girlfriend doesn't earn enough money, or she doesn't have a high-paying career, or she doesn't have a college degree? No, because men don't give a crap about that. You will always find women saying, you know, bragging about, oh, I got my degree, I got this. Literally nobody cares. This man is wealthy out of his mind, he's extremely rich, and he doesn't give a flying crap about whether his girlfriend has money or not. He simply doesn't care at all. Doesn't mention it one time. This is the thing that he cares about. Sweet, cute, outwards bubbly, childlike, grounded, mature, understanding life. Right? This is what men want. Let's continue now, guys. Let's read a bit more. It sounds legit from what you wrote, but if you want to test her, even though doing that is crappy, you could take her to less expensive dates like walks in a park, picnics, movies, ice cream, and the like, and see if she complains and contributes in any way. But you cannot honestly expect anyone to offer to chip in if you choose the restaurant and end up taking them to a Michelin star level place. Best one could offer is to maybe drive there or go to coffee or ice cream after. So, he also asked, do you like her enough to share the money you have with her? I am sure you can whip up a prenup if it gets that far, so your mountains of gold will be safe either way. So yeah, you can do that, and I don't think that is playing games on her, you know, taking her to a date that doesn't involve money. I wouldn't categorize that as playing her, but it's a natural way in which you can test her, you know. But I also like how this man says, even though that is crappy, it's crappy to test people, which is something, guys, that women will often do. They will play these games, they will test your boundaries, they will try to get a reaction out of you, they will put you in fake scenarios just to see how you react. It's so annoying, and men hate that, and men mostly don't do that. But gentlemen, let's finish with a reply that this original poster comments. I do like her enough to potentially even allow her to quit her job and just live off me if she wants to, but she has her own aspirations, which I absolutely love and support. I have taken her to zoos and cheap dates, and she almost seems more happy and comfortable than the high-end places. I guess I'm truly just being dumb. Well, we'll end the article story right there, guys. And again, just to hammer this point again, men don't care about a woman's money. They don't. This man says, yes, I'm filthy rich. I don't have a problem with you even not working, even not contributing anything monetarily. But if you want to do it because you like to pursue a job or you like your hobbies or anything, feel free to. I love that for you. This is how most men are. Yet you get these women all the time talking about the patriarchy, how we men don't like for women to have jobs or aspirations, and how we care about their degrees. It's so insane. But this woman, guys, a massive green flag for me. From what we've read, she's showing all the green flags and nothing wrong. She even, the original poster hints at the idea that she feels nervous or uncomfortable in these places that are expensive because she cannot provide and chip in. And she feels more in her source and more, you know, relaxed when they actually go for just a walk or just to the zoo or something like this. So really great woman, guys. And this man, I tell you what, he won't miss out on such a good woman. So to answer the first woman, oh, why don't men show up on dates? Because there are not enough women just like this one, right? Because the women that show up on these single dating events are women above 30 and 40 that have been messing around all throughout their life and now just want a nice retirement plan, and they're still a pain in the ass. Yet these women, which the one from the Reddit article was 24, she's young, she's probably attractive, she's feminine, she's humble, she's childlike, you know, pure, innocent, beautiful, just all the good things. Show us these kind of women and you won't need to dig for men. They'll pop out of the blue. Men will climb mountains for women like these. But gentlemen, let me know what your thoughts are. Please like and subscribe if you enjoy this content, and if you want more desert, you can find me on Patreon, where we upload videos weekly. Thank you for being here, and I'll see you on the next one.